What's going on, guys? Doomwake here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy Standard video on the channel. I have something very special for you today, and it is a deck list featuring Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier, a beloved character from the Final Fantasy series. I'm sure, if you've played Final Fantasy or you've heard of Final Fantasy, you've probably, even if you have never played the game, you probably know who Sephiroth is. And myself included, I've never played a Final Fantasy game before, and I've heard of Sephiroth. So, seems like an important character in the series. And also, maybe an important character in the standard format. And I wanted to build a sacrifice deck with Sephiroth. I tried a little bit of Orzhov during early access, and I was moderately impressed. The issue that I had with the Orzhov version of this deck is the curve felt like it was a little too high. I was playing a lot more 2s, playing some 3s, and didn't play as many 1s, so I wanted to kind of take the sacrifice deck and just lower the curve. But let me read Sephiroth for you, for those of you who haven't seen this card before. I hope you got a lot of time, because there's a lot of words here. So it is a 3/3 for 3. Whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, including your opponent's, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved this turn, transform it. And it transforms into a 5/5 flying Sephiroth One-Winged Angel. As this creature transforms, you get an emblem that has the same ability on the front side. Whenever a creature dies, opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. And this time, whenever Sephiroth attacks, you can sacrifice any number of creatures, other creatures. If you do, draw that many cards. So the TLDR is it's a Blood Artist, but it's a Blood Artist with upside because it can transform into a giant flyer. And the idea here is you have a lot of things that sort of replace themselves or make tokens, right? So Stadium Headliner, 1 mana, 1/1 with Mobilize 1. So you can utilize Sephiroth after attacks to sacrifice the Stadium Headliner token. Sinkhole Surveyor, which is a 1/3 flyer that when it attacks, you pay a life and endure 1. Endure can make a Spirit token. Spirit token can be sacrificed to Sephiroth, right? Now, notably, all of these permanents are effectively generating 2 permanents, right? Sinkhole Surveyor, Stadium Headliner, they make a token when they attack. Spiteful Hexmage, when it enters, you make a roll token. So you have a lot of ways to generate extra bodies, right? An extra just material on the battlefield. And what's good with material on the battlefield? Rottenmouth Viper. I know that I have an unhealthy obsession with this card, and I probably need to realize that it's not going to be good, but maybe this time. And more importantly, with Rottenmouth Viper, another card from Final Fantasy that I think has the reason I wanted to play red in this deck is Summon Brynhildr. So this is a 2 mana 2/1. First chapter is exile the top card of your library. During any turn you put a lore counter on this saga, you may play that card. And then the next 2 chapters, whenever you next cast a creature spell this turn, it gains haste. And what's nice about Summon is the natural curve of play it on, say you play it on turn 3, and then turn 4, it goes to chapter 2, right? Now, if the summon doesn't die that turn, it's going to be sacrificed to its ability the next turn, so you don't really mind sacrificing the summon on chapter 2, and you already have gotten the second chapter to give something haste. So it just kind of works perfectly with Viper, because Rottenmouth Viper with haste is kind of ridiculous, where you get the enter the battlefield trigger of the Viper, the first blight counter, and then because it has haste, you can attack with the Viper that same turn, get an additional blight counter, and now they have to sacrifice 2 things or lose 8 life or some combination of that. So it does kind of go crazy when it has haste. Something to think about. And then really the rest of the deck is kind of like your usual sacrifice stuff. So you have Final Vengeance, sack a creature or enchantment, exile target creature. Desperate Measures, which is give something +1/-1, and if it's a creature that died under your control, you draw 2 cards. But this thing, it's maybe a little bit worse than something like Corrupted Conviction, which is just black, sacrifice a creature, draw 2. Because if you have a creature that has 2 toughness, you can't do the thing with Desperate Measures. But this is nice because it can also just kill your opponent's 1/1 creature, So that's something to think about. Infestation Sage, good thing to sacrifice because it replaces itself, so good with Sephiroth. Torch the Tower we mentioned, and then a couple of Disturbing Mirths because you can also sacrifice the roll token from Hexmage to Disturbing Mirth, and then you can sacrifice the Mirth to the Viper, and so on and so forth. And then a couple of Aleshas because you have some good things to get back, like Spiteful Hexmage, Headliner, and Summon Brynhildr. Again, Summon naturally goes to the graveyard. It gives the Alesha haste. The Alesha can attack that turn and then get back the summon to just kind of like keep looping that, which is kind of cool. In the mana base, I'm trying out one Midgar. I don't like tap lands, but if you're flooding out, this card has the ability to be pretty good. Just 3 mana, sack a thing, draw 2 cards on a land. It's a pretty unique ability, so I like that. And then the sideboard, we have our sort of state-mandated 4 Magebane Lizard because Prowess, etc. 3 Ghost Vacuum for Omniscience, 3 Forge for the grindy matchups, Lord Skitter over the 4th Vacuum just because I wanted a 4th Graveyard Hate card, and this can make tokens to sacrifice to Sephiroth, and then a couple Duresses and a couple Feed the Swarms for Rest in Peace. So, I mean, again, Rottenmouth Viper is a card that is much maligned because it requires a lot of setup. But trust me, maybe it's good this time. Well, there's only one way to find out. I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Keeping. He's keeping. The question is, with this hand, do I actually want to... I can put both rolls tokens on the 1/1, the token. Or I could just draw some cards. I don't want to do this turn. I mean, I'm kind of down to just make 6 power. Oh, I should put 1 in the headliner, right? Because it's a 1/1 anyways. Yeah. I'll just make 6 power. Huge! They said it couldn't be done. I guess I should have just played the summon last turn. Didn't think I'd hit a land drop. Baka Games, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Sephiroth. Dude, Sephiroth is kind of nice. This card is good. Mr. President, a 3rd land has hit the battlefield. Exile? That's not fair. Hey. Can you stop? I mean, good news is that Alesha has haste next turn, so there's that. You know, I think I will not be sacrificing anything. I'm gonna go ahead and decline. This is greedy if they kill the summon, but that's fine. Right, yeah, because Sephiroth, like, even when you legend rule, you still get something out of it, which is pretty good. I mean, yep, haste. Check me out. Ready for this? Whoop. And then we go Bazinga. No good blocks. End of turn. Get back summon. Trigger. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. See what happens when I draw a 3rd land? Holy shit. So what are they like? Mirror match? Or are they just like... They're probably just more of a mid-range deck, right? Summon plus Alesha is pretty good. You think they're Reanimator? Are you confident enough that they are Reanimator to board in Leyline of the Void that may have 0 text? They do have FOMO and Tursa. Alright, you talked me into it. You talked me into it. We're going to put him on Reanimator. We're going to do it. How confident are you that they are Reanimator? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say? Because if they're Reanimator, they may just concede to the ley line, regardless of how bad or good or bad my hand is. Well, they didn't concede, so... We didn't add lands to not draw them. True! Okay. It doesn't do anything. Is that a Zombify? Zombify spotted. I repeat, Zombify spotted. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Kind of sus holding up 3 mana. I mean, they can kill Sephiroth. I'm okay with that. I think it's worth sacking this. Okay, I mean, now I kind of wish I didn't sack that, but... just wait till they get a 5/5 that has no text. Combat. Haha! Yeah, I think we had Forsaken Miner in the deck at one point. We decided not to play it, though. Just itself, right? I forgot what we ended up cutting the Forsaken Miners for, but I did have them in the deck at one point. No! I mean, that's pretty bad, actually. At what point did we sack the ley line? Oh, yeah, we added the sinkholes. That's what happened. Yeah. Which, pretty good here. We did add the bird, yeah. Okay, -1 bird. What was that? What was Zombify? Well, this is a little unfortunate. So hear me out, ready? I think this is right. Oh, now it's definitely right. We do have to draw 2 more lands, but... I mean, they're drawn pretty well. Summon Brynhildr. See if we can a land, maybe? Any landos? I mean, that's not terrible either. I mean, I could take 7, right? It's not a big deal. I could take a little damage. I'm not really, like, scared about them killing me anytime soon through the ley line. Alright, let's think here. So, play this. Alright, check me out. Check me out. There we go, here and here. Good turn, good turn, good turn. Oh. Oh. Wait, I already played a land that turn? I guess I did. Mirth the summon. I guess maybe I should have Mirth the summon because I don't have anything to haste next turn. Yeah, maybe that was better. I mean, I mostly just want to do this because this is the fun line. I don't know if it's the right line, but this is certainly the content line. All right. Number 161, by the way. Sheesh. Oh. Let me tell you about my Viper. They're definitely not gonna have Go for the Throat to kill my Viper. They're not gonna. I could say something there, but I'm not going to. I'll let you figure out what I was planning on saying there. And it definitely was not clip-worthy. For sure. That's the most important part. Definitely was not clip-worthy. I guess it was more damage to do this pre-combat. Right? Yeah, I missed 1 damage this way. Because I hit for 4... Wait. I hit for... No, 2 damage, right? Yeah, I missed 2 damage. I'll take a -2. How hard am I planning to play around Split Up? I mean, this plays around Split Up perfectly, right? Oh, they didn't know. Okay. They could have killed my Viper with the trigger on the stack. It's a lesson we all learn at some point. I mean, I'm still dead, apparently. It turns out it didn't matter. It's not ideal. There's no way that I can Viper next turn. Even if I draw another Hexmage, be 1 mana short. Okay. I mean, again, the good news is we're up a card in the exchange when we shouldn't be, but... Alright, attack for 2. Definitely Mirth this away. It's gonna die next turn anyways. Okay, that helps. Haste, by the way. Huge haste coming in. You gonna Zur me? Okay. I'll take the 2 tokens. They have another Wrath, maybe? Attack first. Streamer, attack first. 1, 2. Do it like this. How does manifesting a saga work? As this saga enters and after your draw step. So if I manifest this and I flip it up in my upkeep, do I then get chapter 1 in my draw step? Right? I think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I'm like 99%. Let's find out. Only one way to find out, right? Starts at 0. Right, so it starts at 0. Upkeep, flip, gets the first chapter in draw step, so then it'll get the first chapter in the next draw step. Right? Because it says, or in your main phase, after your draw step, add a lore counter. So we flip it up here. It has no counters. We go to main 1, and then we get the first chapter. See? That means we can't haste anything this turn. Not that we need to. We'll attack first. See ya. All right, so domain, huh? Go these two. This. These are all gone. And this might not be an Alesha matchup. Got one Alesha, maybe. They have a lot of exile removal is the thing. Oh, to remove Saga counters from the enchantment. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. The one Alesha in the opening hand. Not the vibe. I mean, this hand is also not really the vibe, but I think I'm keeping it on 6. It's not ideal. Yeah. Oh, that's something. So I posted the unit video yesterday on YouTube, and somebody posted in the comment section, and they mentioned how Glissa interacts with Yuna. I didn't realize that, because Yuna puts the enchantment into play with a finality counter, and Glissa can remove the finality counter, which is kind of cool. I didn't even think about that. No, they did one. Do you remember from the second Innistrad, there was a mill spell. It was like that broken ass mill spell limited. I forget the name, but it was like 4 mana, they mill a bunch of cards, and you can like flip it from your graveyard. It comes back as a creature. I think that's the first instance of that ever happening. What was the name of that card? I can't remember the name, but I think it's like 4 mana. It's like they mill 13 or something. It's a mythic from the second Innistrad set. Dude, what is the name of that card? That's gonna kill me. Dude, I'm gonna do it again. Trust me. Startled Awake, that's the one. Yeah, Startled Awake. That's what I was thinking of. All right, let me think about this. So I guess I should Mirth, sack the enchantment first. Draw 2. Okay, that's fine. I can feed the Swarm next turn. Now was it Scryfall? Startled Awake. Yeah, this thing. So 4 mana sorcery, they mill 13, and then you can pay 5 to put it from your graveyard onto the battlefield transformed, and then the backside was the 1/1 Skulk. This is like the first time I've ever seen a spell with a permanent backside. Or a creature on the other side, actually, I should say. We got 5 in hand. What do I get back? I think this. Let's do this. Resolve the Hexmage first. Sack this. Go summon. Play this, die at a second lockdown. Eh. I can't beat a second lockdown, right? It's also sort of tough to beat. So now we can haste Viper. Let me think about this. Do I have enough mana to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even have enough creatures. I was trying to think if I could like Viper, attack with Headliner, sack Headliner, kill Beza, but I can't do that. But I need to hold up at least 2 mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm just going to do this. So Viper has haste. Do this. Get this. ETB trigger. Dude, Viper with haste is kind of nuts. Attack, trigger, 2 more. And then if they triple, I can just use the headliner. Yep. Yep, that's fine. My second Viper is also going to have haste. I did play a land that turn, right? I think I did. I don't remember. I may not have. It is possible I may not have played a land that turn. No, I should have had a stop. I needed to have a stop, man. It's okay. I did have a stop. Well, I didn't have a stop on my main phase. Shit. Okay, so let me go... Honestly, do I just cast this for 6 mana? I think so. I just think casting it for 6 is fine. Because I still have the headliner up if I need to. I mean, they're just gonna block with the Overlord. +1, -1. So I'll just kill an extra fish then. Five, 6, 7. And I get the draw card. Draw 2, actually, excuse me. That dies, draw 2. And your turn, I guess? How much damage has this Viper dealt this game? The answer is a lot. I'm probably going to end up Desperate Measuring one of their tokens. So we go here, and then... I think I just full send. So Forge... Kill a token... Animate Vents, shove everything. They get to block... They can block 2 Hexmages. And they would take 2, 3, 4, 5, go to 3. Yeah, I think all the damage we've done this game is from the Vipers. Go here. Those die. Sephiroth would be a good draw. Dude, I'm just saying, the red summon with Viper is fucking nuts. Like, that interaction is really sick. Hasting Viper is kind of crazy. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. They have 3 blockers. But this has Menace, so they are dead, right? If they have nothing. Yeah, I mean, now they're just dead to Sephiroth. Sephiroth! Dude, the red summon is crazy. Is there any other, like, bigger creatures that we can put into this deck that sort of synergize with the sacrifice shell that would be a lot better if they had haste? No. What did I say about getting mana screwed, by the way? I didn't play any of the Pioneer meta challenges now. I kind of wish I did, but I just didn't have time yesterday. I had a lot of stuff to do yesterday. And I didn't get back Saturday till like 8 p.m. It turns out when you win the RCQ, you're there for a lot longer, instead of just 0-2 dropping and going home. The Black Demon flying for double life loss. It's a 4-drop, though. I kind of want it to be a 3 or less, because 4 is kind of still expensive. I will not be going to Vegas now. We'll be doing PT watch parties, though. What did I play at the RCQ? I played the same deck as last week, the Zoo Scam deck. I think it's worth sacking just for a scry. It's worse if I draw Viper, but... I have to save the Vengeance for the Oculus. I did win the RCQ, yes. My matchups were Boros, Eldrazi, Boros, and then top 8 was Boros. I did not lose a game after round 1. I just... after I lost the first round to Boros, all of my other Boros opponents just... Where do I find the Zoo Scam list? It's the one that I top 8'd the challenge with. I literally didn't change a card. It should be on my Goldfish page. Oh, I fucked up. I needed the Vengeance the enchantment first. I guess it kind of still works out, but... Although I can't flip Sephiroth this turn, which is the unfortunate part. Maybe I'm not supposed to attack with the Hexmage? Okay, I just took it anyways. Problem is they can flashback the Dragon Hunt to kill Sephiroth. We need a good draw here. Doom doesn't have me in his top 10, so I don't check MySpace. I can honestly not remember the last time I used MySpace. I do still use Facebook, but not for like social media stuff. It's just because our like whenever we do the energy events, we always have our group chat is on Facebook for some reason. That's just where everybody congregates. And that's the only time I use Facebook, is for those events. Can you stop? Where did my board go? What the fuck? What just happened? Alesha. This is not looking good. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Legitimately dead. Okay, so Jeskai, Oculus. I mean, I'm gonna board in the ley lines. I'm not super happy about them, but I'm gonna board them in. Trim. Try something like this. Do they still, what was that, like, the misprints, oddities, rarities, like that kind of Facebook group? Is that still around? Because I know that they posted some cool stuff. This hand's good, right? I think it's good. It's weird, but... it's like a fast-ish Viper. I mean, the idea is to play Sephiroth before Viper, but I don't know if we have that kind of time. I might try, though. Depending on what they do. I may jam Sephiroth next turn. It's probably just not worth it, though, is the thing. Oh. Alright, well, I guess I don't have a choice, huh? I guess I'll play Sephiroth. Pyroclasm. Come on, man. Come on, man! Killing me over here. Just wait until you see the second Sephiroth. They never play around the second one. It is Monday, June 15th, 16th. My phone says 16. We'll go with that. I know it's Monday. I'll trade this guy for a card. I think that's worth it. It's like a card and a damage. Oh, Alesha's good too. Alesha's massive here. It's gotta be Hexmage, right? With the Viper. Yeah, it's gotta be Hexmage. Can run itself. I haven't tried playing with Buster Sword yet. I will say this, when we built the equipment deck, I've only played it once, and it was for early access, which, as you can imagine, the decks look a lot better during early access. But even when we built the deck before for early access, I didn't have Buster Sword in it. I just don't think that card's good. It is way too much of a mana investment. 3 to play and 2 to equip is just... I just don't think it's where you want to be. And the issue is, a lot of the equipment deck, like, the way that you build the equipment deck, you kind of want it to be lower to the ground anyways. And if you have, like, a very, very low curve, what are you casting with Buster Sword? You're just not... There's no good hits off Buster Sword, you know? It's just not worth it. Yeah, think about this. Let's go to combat. Hit with these two. Decline? As weird as that sounds. And then we go... Hexmage. Roll here. Sack 1, 2, 3, 4. Trigger there. Drain. I'm at 16, and we're getting back another blocker here. Should I measure to Hexmage first? I kind of want to hold it up, just in case they go to kill the Viper, but maybe that's better to just use it now. It could be. Yeah, I was thinking I wanted to hold it up on their turn, but... Wait, can I flip the Sephiroth here? I can, right? Because I go Legend Roll and then sack Alesha? Aren't they just dead? Hold on. If I do this, aren't they dead? So keep this. Trigger. Sack Alesha. Flip Sephiroth. No. Wait. Is that not the 4th time? Wasn't it 4? Oh, because it says if this is the 4th time, this ability. So because it says this ability, it counts... Right, so the first one triggered twice. The second one triggered twice. If I had kept the first one, that would have triggered 4 times. Okay, I get it now. Got it. We're learning things. Don't kick W at me. Would have been 3. No, because it was 2. It was already at 2, right? Because when I played the Viper, I sacrificed 2 of the Hexmages. So that's 2, right? Legend rule, keep the tapped one. The other Sephiroth dies, that's 3. And then the ETB resolves, that would be 4. So it would have flipped. Yeah, see, I didn't realize that it was each individual, like, it counts the specific Sephiroth. I just thought if you triggered the ability 4 times of, like, total between all the Sephiroths, I didn't realize that it tracked, like, specific copies of Sephiroth. I didn't know that. But it makes sense. It does make sense. I mean, I gotta do this, right? Draw. I need some action. Oh, potential haste Viper incoming? Although they're probably just gonna kill the summon. Well, considering that they already have an Oculus in the graveyard, it seems like maybe not my best course of action. I'm going to go ahead and say that's not the best play. Would be a lot better as a Ghost Vacuum here, I'll tell you that much. That is a +1 for a Ghost Vacuum, by the way. +1 for Vacuum. Noted. Dude, I'm trading. You better believe I'm trading. I just want the summon back. -1? Okay. Land's not bad. Did we just haste Viper? I'm in. I'm in. I mean, the summon's gonna die anyway, so we might as well haste the Viper, right? Although making them discard, not that great against an NT. Not the best. Did bro just take 14 that turn? Jesus Christ. Dude, Hasted Viper goes super hard. God damn. The Tomberry Avatar is good, I'll give you that. Okay, I can work with this. Dude, what do I put back with this hand? You're not gonna like it, but I think it is correct. Corey Gamer spotted. I repeat, Corey Gamer spotted. That's good. Nothing. Huh? Okay, that I can very easily beat. Alright, how are we popping off this turn? Definitely playing this. I'm also definitely torching. And then keep the summon in place so I can haste the Sephiroth next turn. I think I like that. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Like, there's something to be said about sacking the summon this turn, because it's gonna die next turn, but giving this haste, I think, is pretty good. It also does kind of suck that I'm not getting any value out of the haste this turn, but I think that's okay. I'll take a land. I think I'll take land 4. Could double spell next turn. It is kind of awkward that we can't go Sage first if we want to haste the Sephiroth. It's a little sketchy. Oh, that's actually really sketchy, isn't it? Maybe we're just not hasting Sephiroth into their very obvious monstrous rage. Yeah, we just won't haste Sephiroth then. Haste the Hexmage and flip Seph. How am I flipping Sephiroth? I can't flip Sephiroth this turn, can I? I don't think I can. Sure. I'll just sack this then. That's fine. And go. Okay. I'm okay with this. I mean, if they have Monstrous Rage, I'm less okay with it, but... Alright, math time. So, Prowess plus Roll would be a 4/6, so it'd be a 6/6, right? 2, yeah. Problem is, if I double block and they just torch my Spiteful Hexmage, then I lose it all. I'm just gonna take this. Because double block just loses the game to torch. Alright. -6. I've yet to flip it today. That is a fantastic draw. That is the single best draw in the deck. A little awkward, by the way, that this exiles, so it doesn't trigger Sephiroth. I don't know if that means we should look at playing a different removal spell, but it's just something to consider, you know? Is there a 1-mana version of that doesn't exile? Does Annihilating Glare destroy? I thought Glare also exiled, no? Yeah, I guess the issue is the others don't sack enchantments. They can only sack creatures or artifacts, right? So that's kind of awkward. At 18? I think we have to do it like this. I don't feel great about this game, though. Maybe the Spitefuls can attack next turn. Hold! Which one's eaten alive? Sacrifice a creature or pay 3 and a black. Yeah, that one exiles. What was the other one? Annihilating Glare. Annihilating Glare. Pay 4 or sack an artifact or creature, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Yeah, again, the unfortunate part about that is we can't sacrifice enchantments to it. And I think that's too much of a downside, right? Like not being able to sacrifice Disturbing Mirth or the roll tokens from Hexmage. Like that, I think that's too much of a downside. Right, yeah. Really needed them to not have that. That's bad. This might be an 07 moment. Yeah. This doesn't help. Does not help drawing my 6th land. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sure. Does that mean take a land out? I mean, maybe. You might be right. It's the only way to proceed. All right. Hope these are good enough. Do this and this. Alesha's probably not very good against the Torch the Tower deck. At least this tape just sack something to it. Measure's kind of mid. Mirth kind of mid. Like the draw spells are like kind of whatever against them. Surveyor also kind of stinks. Just gonna cut one of each of these. Okay, I can work with this. It's a little rough, but it's good enough. I heard that Commander players are putting Curiosity on Vivi. I also heard that Modern players are putting Curiosity on Vivi. I think Spike tried that last week. Do we have to do a watch party for the PT, by the way? Do we have to? Do you guys really want to sit through endless Prowess mirrors? Okay, here's the thing. We'll do a PT watch party, but every time there's a Prowess mirror on camera, we have to do Subway Surfers. That's the requirement, okay? Always watch the VOD so I can skip the annoying matches. Yeah. I mean, it kind of happened at the last PT where at the last PT I didn't even watch the finals because the finals was a domain mirror match. I was just like, nah, I'm good. And that's sort of how I feel about this too. What's their hand again? Rage Opt, huh? I mean, I'll keep that. I think it's fine. The question is, are we playing Viper this turn? Oh, I literally can't. I'm one short. Okay. Well, that answers that question then. I'm actually not playing Viper. I thought about it. I think we'll see Tifa decks in significant quantities. I'm sure people will try to play Tifa with Leyline. I just think that that's a worse deck than Prowess. A braid. Let's do this now to draw 2. Okay, the summon's not bad. I can get a card. I'll just do this then. Hasty Viper coming in. Huge Hasty Viper coming in. Their opponent's not ready for that. They are definitely not ready for this Hasty Viper. Okay, is it greedy to keep the summon? So I can haste the second Viper next turn. I mean, I should sacrifice the summon. I'll sack the summon. Fine, I'll do it. Because the summon's just gonna die again next turn. It's getting bounced anyways. What the Viper is. Well, they can't into the Flood Mummy. Yeah, see. I mean, is it coincidence that I cast Rottenmouth Viper and my opponent instantly conceded? I don't think it is. I think that's just business as usual, to be honest. I don't hate it. I've seen worse hands. Huge. Yeah, torch my thing. I get it. I get it. Abort, abort, abort. We call this Plan B. I sure hope Plan B is good enough. Mm-hmm. This is my unamused face. Yo, Magebane with haste coming in. Huge Magebane haste. Alright, we have to literally hope their hand is no spells. Because if they have any spells whatsoever, we die. So, they're just not going to have spells. How about that? That is, in fact, a spell. Wait, the blue-red player had spells in their hand? Weird. Weird.